Tell me about this deal. Let's dive in.
So, I mean, this is just a deal that one of my clients was interested in. He just wanted to see if it was worth the purchase price that they're offering it at.
Okay.
I spoke to the listing agent. It does have a tenant occupying it. It seems like he has another a lease for another year,
How big is the
but
building?
this building it's 2,560 square feet.
Okay, and it's a single tenant, correct?
Correct.
All right. What are they paying?
From what I understand, they're paying I think 3,500 a month, but
3,500. 3,500 gross?
gross, yeah, sorry.
Okay, so
Um, Let me see. I have it here in front of me.
we're trying to creep up here on a price per square foot basis, but all right, continue.
But it's not triple nets, so the tenant, the actual owners is paying for the taxes and for the insurance. And I guess the tenant, I mean, sorry, yeah, the owner's paying for the landlord's paying for the taxes and insurance, and the tenant's paying for, I guess, maintenance.
Okay. Okay, you said it's on a 1 year lease?
It has a 1 year lease left.
1 year lease left. Okay, got it. Do you think it's under market or do you think there's upside?
I think it might be some upside to this one.
Okay. Have we looked into what we believe the rents could be?
To be honest, it was hard to find some in this area. They did include some, I guess, comparisons here down below. Give me a second.
Yeah, they have an insane amount of spreadsheets here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing when you're looking at it.
Oh, they
They did
say
some
cash on
comps.
cash return year current right now is point, not even 1%, is a quarter of
Right,
1%. Year two,
right,
5.7. Year three, 6.3. Year four, not even 7. Okay.
right.
Cap rate day one is a 6 cap. Okay. I mean, how do you believe the quality of this location is?
I mean, I searched it up, and it's in Lakeland. It's a little out there, you know. As
Okay.
far as quality goes, it seems like they're saying it's a high traffic area, but I mean, I guess it depends on how.
What your definition of high traffic is?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because Lakeland is kind of
Yeah,
a
this area
historical
does not
town,
take this area does not seem like it warrants a 6% cap rate sale.
No, I mean
Yeah.
it's still parts of it's still kind of rural. They're still developing Lakeland in the Polk County area, you know. So I mean, I think it might take a couple of years before you see
Uh-huh.
something. I guess a great amount of income
Yep.
from this.
What I see here is that the tenant is responsible for maintenance and the landlord pays for the insurance and taxes. Okay. It says that it's a single net lease. I'm guessing that also means they're paying their own utilities.
Hmm.
Got it. Okay. Their lease ends, by the way, actually the end of next year. End of next year. So we have 2 years.
Okay.
So quarter to market, by the way, if we just go to end of this, so because it's in quarters, we're basically 7 quarters away. So I'm still going to do 8 quarters just to be. I always like to go set whatever it is plus a quarter just to be safe. And then let's say that we can eventually get this property to something like a true triple net situation, which we'll have to create. We'll have to do some calculation of what the expenses are here first. So let's
Hmm.
break this down. Do we have any breakdown of expenses? We do. Just insurance and taxes. That's all we have. Wow, they are doing a great job here.
It's a whole lot of fluff here with all these diagrams. They don't
Yeah,
have.
this is wild. Just keep in mind, guys, like I want to figure out a way. Maybe I can share this with here. I'll send this to myself. Hold on. I'm gonna share my screen on this just so you can see it because this is just stupid.
Yeah.
Um,
It seems like they have a system that's automated and just plug in some numbers and then all this nonsense comes up. But
yeah, this is a okay, hold on a second. So hold on. I'm going to share my screen for the picture. Okay, so this is the OM. Front picture's fine. Confidentiality, fine. Table of contents, fine. You understand they have 22 fucking pages here? Let's just be honest. No one needs 22 pages to talk about a deal. Get straight to the point. You can have 1 page of pictures, 1 page of income, 1 page of details, call it a day.
right.
Right, then your contact information. Let's look into this. You can see it has a ton of information on what's going on here. Building square footage, Atlanta Tampa market, property details, basically repeated. It's again all
Yeah.
the same. Proposed
Yeah.
financing, by the way, you're not going to get 6.25 interest. Where on planet Earth do they think they're actually going to get that? Let's just be honest. That's
Yeah.
bullshit. Your net operating income for current is 35 and whatever, because they're literally only counting taxes and insurance. No vacancy percentage, no anything, which by the way, I'm just going to add over here in a minute. Offering price 590 and an analysis period 5-year hold. Exit cap rate is 7. I don't believe this type of asset class here warrants 7 cap. Let's just be freaking honest.
Mhm.
So, like you said, current cash on cash return is 0.28. Terrible. Okay.
Right.
Not interested. Thanks. Have a nice day. Projected sale price at a 6 cap. Probably not going to happen. I think this market is probably closer to the bottom half because I don't think this is going to sell for 300 a foot. Maybe I also don't okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't understand how they think that you're going to get this type of rate, as an investment deal. Maybe an owner occupant
Mhm.
would pay more, but I don't understand how they think that they're going to get so much on this. They think you can get to $50,000 a year in income.
Mhm.
So what is that? 50,000 is $4,000, 4,166 a month. Their lease ends here in the 26th. You can see they pay 3,500. Tenants responsible for maintenance and whatever, but all these graphs are just incredibly annoying. There's no need for all this, so please do not do that in the future, guys. Also, what's funny is that they're saying current right now is this, and then year 2 is 50,000. They're in a lease. They're in a lease. Like there doesn't even state that there's any increases in the lease. So like I
Right.
don't understand why they think this is something you have to look into. You can't just say the pro forma value year 2. No, no, no. I'm in the current rent for another 18 plus months. Call it a year and a half after closing, minimum if you've gone into contract today, right? So that's incorrect. This would have to be your 3, right? So it just, anyways, this deal overall is just not penciling in a lot of different ways. I'm not happy about
Mhm.
this deal. I don't like their OM. Nothing on this street is exciting me. This is a very
Right.
dead area,
Yeah.
terribly dead area. And the building is incredibly old. Asking rent per square foot, starting rent per foot. What is this? Lease comp summary? It's showing that every lease here is lower. So they're paying like $16.41 right now is what they're paying single net. And they
Mhm.
posted all these. Do you understand that, like all of these are completely like saying that it's the other way? Like the rents are
Mhm.
lower. Every single lease here is lower. This also is from 2021 and 2019. What the hell is going on?
Mhm.
How old is this? Is this actually on the market?
It just came on the market like 8 days ago.
Why would you pull a lease comparables when all the freaking dates are from 3 years ago? That sounds stupid. Like, what the heck is going on?
Right.
That's just weird. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
all the
Not the.
sales prices also are from 3 years ago.
At the bottom of the page, it says 8/31/2021. So I think they pulled this in 2021.
Yeah, they pulled it years ago and just never updated it.
Right.
I mean, just weird. Anyways, then it shows you all the industrial this is the weirdest information ever to have on an OM, people. Okay, let's just be like, what the hell is going on? Are you promoting these people? It's just weird.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a bunch of fluff here on this booklet that they're
I
presenting. It's supposed
actually like
to.
this is the weirdest OM I think I might have ever seen. I'm just gonna be honest. This is the cash flow. It literally only has taxes as $2,000. So I'm gonna update this in our sheet. I'm gonna change the screen so we can stop looking at this ugly, ugly, terrifying looking OM. Anyways, taxes 2031. Insurance $2,000. Jesus Christ, this is the cheapest market I've ever seen in my life. I'd like to live here.
That's Lakeland.
I'm gonna build a castle. Water, we don't need. They're paying their own utilities, landscaping. I'm still imagining someone, the landlord might have to pay for that. The tenant, it doesn't say that they cover landscaping, does it? For maintenance, landlord pays. It doesn't specify freaking anything. You don't have snow removal anyways. Let's just put this to $1,200. Fire monitoring, you're probably gonna have some type of system here. Leasing, we're gonna have none. Trash removal, we're gonna say $600. Repairs and maintenance, 5% of, yeah, this is a lot. Say $3,000. Payroll, we could say 600. Admin 600. Reserves 600. I'll even drop this down to. Here we go. We got $12,000 in worth of expenses, $4.66 of expenses per square foot right now. Let's go back to our income page. I don't even know what to put for performa. Obviously, we have to pull some numbers, right? So let's quickly pull some numbers. I'm just going to go on CoStar real quick on my phone. We will look up the property address, which is, let's scroll to the top of this freaking thing. 2016 West Memorial Boulevard, Lakeland. I'm going to zoom out. There's some huge industrial buildings across the street. That's freaking crazy. Let's go to lease comps. We're going to go to retail. Sign date, 12 months, nothing. Great. All right, there's one lease comp, and it's in a shopping center, so we can't use it. 12 lease comps. Okay, here we go. Let's try to find real quick. Not a single lease comp that I like. 18 triple net. Okay, in this little garbage place. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Wow, I'm actually kind of shocked. All right, real quick. I'm going real fast, guys, because I'm trying to quickly see if there's anything here. There's not a single, not one auto body shop, by the way. Not one, just a ton of retail, like true typical retail here. Let's see. Can I do specialty? I'm going to look at single tenant. And I'm going to have to go back a little bit farther than 2024. Let's go to March of 2013. Literally nothing. Okay. This is a bunch of nonsense. There's nothing here. All right. I did single tenant. Is there anything that I can use here? Not at all. Great. Okay. So we have very little sales for lease comps. 22 modified gross is maybe the only one, which is basically 16 to 18 triple net. Okay. Let's say we use 16 triple net to be ultra conservative. All right. So 16 triple net, we're basically saying that would be 21 bucks. This would be equals. Yep. Thank you. There you go. So this will calculate it. This is going to give our $16 triple net. We're going to be able to do that in 8 quarters. We're going to get a new tenant in there possibly, or get them to pay more money. Okay, let's go to our summary page. First thing that I'm looking at real quick is this number. As always, very first thing we'll look at before I calculate anything else. Okay, what is this showing you? What are you thinking, Jose?
It's less than what they're asking for.
It's less than what they're asking for, yes. And that's at a 7 cap. And I think it's probably worth a 7.5 cap at best. Okay, maybe an 8. So if that is the case, right, what can we pay? The magic question. Right, because right now, if we bought this deal the way it is, we're buying a 5.1% cap rate. Our cash on cash year one is actually negative. It's not even positive. I don't know how they came up with a positive number. It doesn't look positive to me. Okay, I can't even get a loan right now at 70%. We have to get a loan at 60, probably 50, and you're probably getting 7.5 rate minimum here. Okay, it's just not a good deal. Okay, maybe 7.25. 60. Let's do 60. No, we're not even close. All right, so we're getting 50, and we're not getting IO. We're going to get amortization, so we're actually going to be worse off than we thought. We're going to do 40. Yeah, this deal just keeps getting worse by the minute. Okay, we're barely squeaking by at a 45. Even if I drop this down to 20 grand, we're barely squeaking by getting 50% financing at the 590. We're losing. At least we're like, because they're not giving you a loan for anything more than maybe 265 on this deal. They're claiming, by the way, this is actually bullshit. They actually claim they can get you a loan for $442,000. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Their annual debt service on this deal would be $35,000. I'm just going to match what they're doing, by the way. Ready? I'm going to match what they're doing. 6.25. And the loan amount is 442. So let's do, what is that? 70? 75. Okay, here you go. They think they can get you 75 LTV. How on planet Earth are you doing that? You can't, it's impossible. Right? This is what they claim they can get you. Completely impossible. Okay? But let's play around with this. Okay? Let's play around with this. I'm going to now say, what can we pay? Well, the short answer is obviously not 590. Let's start with 350 grand. Let's start with 350. I'm obviously, my IRRs are pretty nice. I'm liking that. We can obviously get a higher loan to value. Yeah, 8.5 cap day one. Cash on cash year one is only a 5, which is crazy. Actually, because we're not doing it for that long of a hold. That's why. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, like this is probably a 7.5. I mean, not even a 7.5 cap market. This might be an 8 cap market. So 350 is even super tight. That's actually kind of wild to think about. But you have a decent stabilized yield. Your equity multiple is decent. Your price per square foot isn't terrible. This is maybe the best offer somebody's going to come up with, by the way. Maybe the best. Maybe 400. No one's paying 400. I don't even know how someone's paying 400. I don't know. Your cash in cash year one is freaking 2.57. How are you paying that? Who's paying that? So, anyways, like this is at a 400 sales price. Look, maybe if they claim you can get a 6% cap rate, which I think is absolutely freaking ludicrous. I don't think they're getting that. So, anyways, long story short, I'm at probably personally. Let's go back here. I'm gonna do an 8 cap sale. I'm gonna say I'm personally at maybe 250. What's 250? 75. I mean, personally, I wouldn't touch this for more than 250. Personally, you probably can get someone to pay 350 for this, right? Like your investor. No, don't get me wrong, guys. I want to be honest with you. Like I'm not trying to talk you out of a deal, right? Like your guy's like, hey, what do you think of? Is he saying like, what do you think of this deal?
Pretty much. I mean, he has some money. He wants to invest in some sort of commercial space. I mean, this is.
I would just ask him what type of returns you're looking for. Right? Like, don't put it in, I don't want you to influence his decision making. I want you to ask what he wants and you could just deliver data, right? Like, because we're not here to screw a deal. I'm not telling the guy to buy a bad deal, but if he says, hey, I just want to make, 5% a year on my money, right? Different than if he says, I need to make 10% a year on my money. How much are you looking to make? Because it's like, okay, well, if he paid, let's say 550, yeah, he's going to invest. He's going to be out of pocket $337,000 and he's going to cash flow 2% a year on his money. But I have to imagine, just to be honest with you, like obviously this is listed on the market. You could find somebody at 5% a year, or 5% cash and cash, 6% cash and cash return. You can find somebody. Okay, anybody on here can find it. We've talked about it 1,000 times. But like this is a 2% rate of return. Your equity multiple is a joke, right? Like, or your internal rate of return is a joke. The deal's a joke, bro. I mean, it's a joke at current. Anywhere near that is an absolute joke. I would just say don't stop looking at this deal and go find a better deal.